after nearly a month since its final episode, I now proudly present my much anticipated solo review of the second season of Snow...
Tony, hello? Tony, we're supposed to be doing the collab review for Snow White with the Red Hair. Hello? Are you even listening to me? Tony! Tony!
Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy here as promised with the review of the second season of Snow White with the Red Hair. And joining me in this review is the oh so lovely female otaku, Sloan. How's it going, Sloan?
Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku, joining BCG as we review Season 2 of Snow White with the Red Hair.
Now, Snow White with the Red Hair Season 2 obviously is a continuation of the romance story between Shirayuki and Zen as they face new trials and tribulations like mysterious pirates, kidnappings, and all sorts of other things inside the kingdom. Now, I myself loved the first season of Snow White with the Red Hair.
Oh, me too!
Yeah, that's nice and all, but nobody cares what you think, Sloan. Just kidding, Sloan. I heart you. So needless to say, I was really looking forward to seeing Season 2. I wanted to see more Shirayuki Zen romance moments. I wanted to see them grow closer together and bond with each other. I wanted to see them explore more of the characters and go on adventures. And that's exactly what you get in Season 2. Though I will say I enjoyed Season 1 more than Season 2, I still think that it is a solid season. Most if not all the good elements found in Season 2 were basically carried over from Season 1. Solid animation with good character designs, the English voice cast did really good with their performances, and the relationships are handled very well.
Tony! Let's just talk about what everyone wants to hear. The story and the characters.
You make a really valid point there, Sloan. I guess we should just cut to the chase and talk about the meat and potatoes of this anime, which is the story and the characters. Now, the story, much like Season 1, is pretty simplistic, nothing too complex. It just basically focuses on our characters interacting with each other and dealing with various trials and tribulations. But it is really entertaining to watch. The story does keep your attention. But unfortunately, I must draw attention to the fact that in the final episodes of the second season, the story becomes a bit stagnant as there isn't much going on, there isn't a lot of conflict, and also there was sort of a threat made in a previous episode that just never lived up to anything, and it could have been an interesting conflict in the final few episodes, but they just kind of tossed that away, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But hey, what's a story without some fun and interesting characters to follow? Sloan, take it away.
Awesome. With the second half of Snow White with the Red Hair, we got a lot more focus on our characters, with Shirayuki and Zen, with their relationship growing even stronger, and learning more about Mitsuhide and Kiki's relationship. One of the things that I really liked was Kiki and Mitsuhide's relationship. You see, I always wanted to learn more about them, and I'm so happy that we did, especially with Kiki, because Kiki, she was a mystery back over in the first half, so I'm really glad that we got a little more focus with her, and I really liked the dialogue that Mitsuhide and Kiki had. I didn't really ship them so much in Season 1, but after Season 2, I definitely felt a connection.
I 100% agree with you there, Sloan. They really do a good job at developing the relationships among the characters. Shirayuki and Zen are stronger than ever. I love that they explore Mitsuhide and Koko. They were just fantastic, and all those characters were great. And now, I guess, we can move on to some other things now.
But you forgot to talk about the best character of all.
Who did I forget?
Raj!
Raj. Oh, Raj, the Prince of Tambourine. Wow. I cannot believe I forgot that. I'm so glad that you're here to remind me, Sloan. But yes, please, let's talk about Raj.
I am so happy what they did with Raj's character this season, because in the beginning, I really hated Raj. Even when he came back and he had like a couple of comedic moments, I still really despised the guy for what he did to Shirayuki back in episode 1.
Oh, trust me, Sloan. You're not alone there. forcing Shirayuki to be your concubine all because you like her hair. You evil bastard!
But Raj just had so much development within this season, from beginning to the end, developing with his relationship with Shirayuki and developing as a character. I have grown to love this guy, and he's now one of my new favorite characters. Well, Obi's still number one though for me.
Once again, you and I are on the same page, Sloan. Except for that Obi comment. I mean, Obi? He's nothing compared to Zen. I mean, that guy's the best character. Obi. I absolutely love the growth and development that Raj goes through in Season 2. And props to the writers for taking a really despicable scumbag character from Season 1 and turning him into a really likable, really relatable, really empathetic, and strong character. You really see Raj come into his own, not only as a character, but as a strong leader and future ruler of a kingdom. Like, there's a scene where he needs to make a tough decision of whether or not to proceed or to pull back, and he says, nope, we are going forward, and he sticks to it. He sticks to his conviction. And that was the first time ever I actually saw him, not as the weaselly, whiny little brat from this first season, but a strong, confident leader, ready to make the tough decisions. Like, really, oh my god. Probably the best thing about Season 2 is the growth and development given to Raj. But, as much as I did enjoy the second season of Snow White with the red hair, I do have a couple issues with it.
Issues? What kind of issues could you have with this spectacular season?
Well, Sloan, since you asked, my first major issue with the second season of Snow White with the red hair was with this band of pirates called the Claw of the Sea. Honestly, I just felt like they were totally unnecessary, as there was already a conflict happening at the beginning of Season 2, but then they abandoned that conflict and shoehorned in these pirates that literally came out of nowhere. Like, in one episode, you see them, like, talking to these pirates, and they're, like, saying, oh, we're gonna go to this land and take this one person. I'm like, wait, where did you guys come from, and why are you here? You don't really seem necessary to the plot. Again, we have another conflict happening. Let's focus on that and not just sidetrack it with these pirates.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. However, I saw the Claw of the Sea as a way to develop more of Raj's character. And I thought that they added a little bit more interesting conflict here and there. And without the Claw of the Sea, we couldn't have gotten those really sweet moments with Shirayuki and Zen.
You make some valid points there, Sloan, and I can see where you're coming from, but I still felt like they were totally unnecessary and didn't really need to be in the anime. A lot of the things that you pointed out could have still happened had they just focused on the other conflict that was happening first before the pirates came in. Another issue I found was that there was a really huge, monumental, and kind of obvious reveal in the middle of the anime that everyone treated like it's not really that big of a deal, which completely shocked me, especially considering what the reveal was. I thought the characters would be more shocked or more surprised or more emotional, but they kind of treated it as if it was an everyday occurrence. Like, oh no, this happens all the time. And I'm like, really? What a waste. Like, this is how you're gonna act? Not to mention that there's two characters in this anime that I really wanted to form a really strong bond with each other, and they didn't. It was really hollow, really shallow. You feel no connection, especially considering that they just met each other for the first time in a long time. You would think they would try to rebuild this connection, rebuild this relationship, but no, they're just like, pfft. Well, what about you, Sloan? You must have found some issues with the second season.
Well, when I think about it, Izana has always been a rather weak character in my opinion. You see, he always comes up as one of the somewhat side antagonists of the story, somewhat posing as a threat to Shirayuki's and Zen's relationship. In fact, he even makes a couple more threats within the season, but nothing happens. I don't know what's up with this guy. I don't know why they try to force him to be the bad guy. And he doesn't even have that much screen time either with this season. Overall, if you just took him out of it, the story would have still played just as fine.
You know what's funny? I actually forgot that Zen had an older brother in this anime, because honestly, he was completely wasted. He had nothing to do. You're absolutely right, Sloan. They built this character up to be something important, and then nothing. He adds nothing to the story, adds nothing to the characters. He's just really just there to be there. But overall, Though I did find some issues here and there, I still really enjoyed watching the second season of Snow White with the red hair. I mean, how could I not, as they got most of the important elements right, like the relationship between Shirayuki and Zen. Still dynamic, still likable, I feel a strong connection between them and I love them to death. They developed the characters, the story's still interesting, the animation's still solid. I mean, it's just a really good follow-up to the first season. But what would you give it out of 5 stars there, Sloan the Female Otaku?
Overall, I'd have to give this season a 4.5. It is certainly one heck of an anime.
Heck? Heck? Excuse me, if you're gonna use my grading system, you better use it properly. It's one hell of an anime. As for me, I'm gonna give the second season a 4 out of 5 stars. It's definitely worth watching, especially if you're a huge fan of the first season of Snow White with the red hair. But as always, what did you guys think of the second season of Snow White with the red hair? Did you absolutely adore it and found it to be way better than the first season? Which was really mediocre and boring, and it just didn't live up to the first season. And let me know who's your favorite bad turned good character in anime. Like a character that started off really nasty, mean, and despicable, but as they got more development and focus given to them, you grew fond of them and actually ended up liking that character. Comment below, let me know, and I want to take this time to personally thank Sloan the Female Otaku for joining me in this collaborative review. I couldn't pick a better, more lovelier person to do this review with. And please, go check out her channel, subscribe to it, watch her videos, send her some love. In fact, we'll have a link to a playlist where she reviewed all the episodes of season 2 if you would like to see her opinions on all the episodes. So go check that out and let her know that the Black Critic Guy sends his love.
Thank you so much, Tony, for having me here. This was a lot of fun. And if you want to check out more of me, then you can go over to my channel where I make episode reviews every single day on currently airing anime and one top 10 video every week. And I even do some AMVs after every season. Thank you once again, and catch me as I play the part of Mikoto in BCG Rumble. Cannot wait for that, man. Oh, it's gonna be amazing, and you do not want to miss that. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.
Totally agree with you there, Sloan. You're gonna kick so much ass as Mikoto in BCG Rumble, which will be coming soon, guys. Ben is finishing inking up the pages, then we just have to record the lines, I have to edit it, and it should be out hopefully this summer, so stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for all the other videos I got planned for you guys, some more unboxings, some more anime reviews, some more movie reviews. Again, go check out Sloan, and as always, if you would like to see more videos on this channel and be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below, like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I am Tony II, the hopeless romantic, known as the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube!